Hey, what's up, man? I got a custom firmware, so I am fucking with stuff, trying to see how to make this a little more stable. Hey, what's up, man? I got a custom firmware. Sorry, I forgot to mute that. Yeah, I got a custom firmware for my, well, I didn't get it. One of the other boys got it, and I'm just fucking with it now. So, I'll tell you what, since you guys are here, will you please, I'll play a game, and just hang out, and, let me know if it starts getting choppy or if I start losing frames or whatever's going on. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go ahead and pop up. We'll go back some more Heretic, I think, because that's a fun one. So I changed I lowered my frames. I went down to 30 frames a second, and I changed my buffer and blah 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 blah. And now I got this custom firmware, which allows me to, here, check this out. This is kind of cool. Let me make sure it doesn't have anything revealing on it. I don't want you seeing my IP or anything stupid like that. Okay, so check this out. This is like, yeah, it's a Linux firmware. I have no idea. I think you can use your emote wherever you want. And if you're a subscriber to your channel, I could use that emote in any channel. Pretty sure. Not entirely sure, though. But, yeah. So anyway, this is the router. And I'm using a DDWRT firmware, open source firmware, and you know, it's given me all kinds of data right now, and this is phenomenal. I haven't had a single frame drop yet. I think I might have found a way to kind of cope with this a little. Cool. Well, hey, we'll play some games for a little bit and see if this is gonna work. Jesus Christ, Dubravko, what time is it there? 2 in the morning and shit? That was kind of a dick move, I'd say. Shit. Oh no, it's a custom firmware. So here, check it out. Okay, so dd-wrt.com. It's a Linux-based alternative open source firmware suitable for a great variety of WLAN routers and embedded systems. The main emphasis lies on providing the easiest possible handling while at the same time supporting a great number of functionalities with a framework of the respective hardware platform used. So, yeah. It's pretty cool, I think. Pretty neat. Make sure to let me know if I start losing frames, too. Damn. Midnight 36 is still pretty early, bro. I should use these things more, you know it? I mean, it doesn't look too awful here, so maybe it'll work. I don't got my lighting set up right, but yeah, I'll turn my lighting on if I'm going to do this. I mean, I'm going to do this, so give me a minute. Oh, did I freeze? Maybe I just didn't move for a minute. What's happening? Yeah, but the cool thing about this custom firmware too is like it has much more like capable, I guess, you know, quality of service data parsing, and like, I don't know. It's like, it's just, I don't know, it's much more versatile than the factory, you know, included firmware. Sweet. So maybe it was a combination of tweaks that I just made and the firmware. I don't know. Who knows what actually did it? Who cares? It's working better. And I know for a fact that neighbor's upstairs using the internet, so it's, you know, it really might be the new firmware, because we were able to add a whole bunch of nice little exceptions. Where you going, brown boy? Yeah, I was enjoying watching that girl, and then somebody bitched about something I said, and she, like, targeted just me, and it's like, man, I don't think that guy knows what a hipster is, and that's not a fucking insult. And after a minute, I'm like, you know what, I'm insulted because I'm a fucking hipster, and this guy's acting like I said he was, you know, used the N-word on him or something. I was like, yeah, fuck this place. So I just unfollowed her, and it's over now. Got better things to do, like spend a couple minutes fucking with my stream, making it a little better. I don't have any reported frame loss yet either, so that's pretty tits. Oh, I was enjoying another Twitch streamer, and we were talking about bands, and, you know, I was like, you know who else rocks? Because, you know, I was like, just talking about bands. I said AC/DC, and this guy's like, oh, most overrated band of all time. And I'm like, oh, we got ourselves a hipster here, guys. And, you know, he's like, oh, I'm a hipster because I didn't like your band. And I'm like, no, you're a hipster because you use the phrase most overrated. You might as well be comic book guy from fucking The Simpsons right now. And he's like, he insulted me. And I'm like, I'm a fucking hipster. I can smell my own. That's all that just happened here. And then she fucking just, like, you know, wanted to keep the peace, so she said something. And you don't say things to me when I'm not doing anything. That's bullshit. So I just left. Whatever. But I unfollowed her, so it's none of the chicks with nice cans that I got in my follow list now. I got better things to do. It's when she told me to drop it, and that everyone else was dropping it, so I had to drop it. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm dropping, and I'm done with this conversation. And here we are. I am doing a pretty solid stream, I'd say. I think maybe lowering my frames might have been a huge thing too, because I just cut my frames in half. I went from 60 frame broadcast to a 30 frame broadcast, and that may have been enough. I don't know. I did a number of things before I actually tried it, so that's not very scientific of me. But I'm not doing this for science purposes. I'm doing it to make it fucking work. So I just did everything I could think to do. So far, it's doing pretty good. I have not had one single frame drop this entire time, so that's cool. I know, dude. I guess maybe I did egg him on a bit, because I was like, are you triggered? Because he was like, yeah, doing his whole little thing, and I was like, oh, this is weird. And then finally I was like, dude, I don't think you know what a hipster is. And then some other guy was like, I'm a hipster. I'm like, dude, I'm a fucking hipster. And he just thinks it's an insult. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. They probably are just pretty young and just automatically triggered. When I was a kid, I was triggered at everything. Now I've learned that letting things trigger you is basically conceding control to them, and I don't like that, so I don't do that. Oh fuck, I have to kill all these guys. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of tempted to eat the acid I've been saving and play this game, because it is fucking purty. But that acid I'm saving is kind of like my baby. It's like my hope for one day. So I kind of also don't want to do it. Still no frame loss. This is pretty cool. I wonder if it still looks alright. Oh man. Where's my phone at? I don't even know. How long's that been going off? I'm gonna go ahead and shut that off. Oh, the white girl has Snapchatted me. Oh, let's see what she's got to say today. Giggity giggity. She's one of my favorite people. She's just a really nice kid. I like her. What is this shit? Yeah, I'll have to look at that later. Okay. Let's get back at it. Man, still not a single frame drop, so... You know, while I was up, I should have fixed my lighting, since I'm, you know, still doing this. I might as well. Well, not enough to trigger an event, so that's definitely an improvement. Yo, do you use Streamlabs OBS? Because like on the bottom there's this little icon that'll give you like an error and fucking tell you that you've lost frames. I'm kind of curious to try this out tomorrow when it's like normal good time for me to do it. Let's see what my traffic report looks like here. See, what bothers me is that for my uptick, it's very, very jagged. And it's like, why won't it just, you know, just fucking level out? I should know better, really, because we live in a victims culture in America. If someone claims they're being victimized by something, everybody just like, oh, what's going on? What's happening to them? Everything somebody says when they're being a pussy and whining about stuff must mean, you know, they're right. And this is why I don't think I'm a millennial. Oh, I got the yellow key from down here. Ah. Never did figure out what these morph ovum. You know, that turn them into a chicken or something. That's all that was back here. Okay. From what I understand from this situation, what I can take from this is if I ever just don't like something, I'll just be a pussy about it and whine to somebody and, you know, just hope that they take my side rather than stand up for myself or perhaps even reevaluate what I'm doing. That seems to be the way she goes. That is a green doll. I don't know. I also discovered that people using the terms passive-aggressive are typically pussies too. Like, if you say the words passive-aggressive, you're probably a little bitch. And that's just what I think about it. I guess I grew up in like the in-between generation where, like, you know, like we were, you know, kind to people sort of, but we also were like, hey, stop being a bitch about it. So like we went from, you know, I walked uphill both ways to school to, you know, and how does that make you feel? And I'm right in the middle to where I go, I don't care how it makes you feel, and I don't care that I have to walk uphill both ways to school. I kind of just want to get stoned and eat Cheetos. So here we are. No fucking Cheetos though, wouldn't you know it? I'd say having 1 out of 2 for that one's pretty decent though. We need some assistance. So let it be known, folks who are in my stream, if you tell me something is being passive aggressive, I'll probably tell you to go fuck yourself. That is not a complaint you should bring to me. I like the diagnostic stuff I'm seeing right now. I gotta be super honest about that. So, I don't know. Hopefully with this firmware update and a little bit of tweaking to the bitrate of my stream, frames I'm using, buffer sizes, maybe that'll all coalesce into a little bit more reliable system. I guess I could increase my bitrate. And hope that it kind of error corrects and carries itself. But that honestly seems like a little... I don't even know what to use for that. Like, not right. Doesn't seem like it would be adequate, really, to solve the issues we've been having. I don't know. Every time somebody tells me I'm being mean or, you know, they don't like what I'm doing, all I think to myself is, man, do you want me to show you what mean is? Because you need to shut the fuck up. You don't know me. Yeah, dude, I have a great time playing PUBG with Dyneblock, in fact. I typically don't stream that because, you know, I don't want my game being affected by my stream or my stream being affected by my game. So I've been lately streaming single-player things. But, like, last night after I got done with that stream, I went and played some more... I don't fucking remember. I think I played PUBG with Casey, actually. But, yeah, man. I don't know. I'm very good also at parsing and, like, you know, partitioning my mind a bit around what I'm doing. I think that's how I was able to do 12-hour shifts when I could. It's like I just kind of, like, check out from where I was and, you know, go to my happy place, if you will. Speaking of which, I need to take my meds. I'm gonna do that quick. Ta-da! I'm back and medicated properly and as prescribed by the doctor. Yeah, but I have a great time playing PUBG after I get done with my stream. I might even, like, just to kind of push this envelope a little bit, I might even try streaming PUBG again tonight. Because I kept getting really concerned by the fact that my, like, why is it when people start downloading, it ruins my stream? I don't get it. And I was like, maybe it's the coaxial network, maybe it's like, you know. My friend's very convinced that because they have different channels, I don't think he understands what the channels do. The channels are just encoding and decoding the information so that when it comes through that big line of static, it can be, you know, deciphered. That's all a channel does. Like, it doesn't physically, you know, allow it to fucking move around and shit. It's not like having a channel means that you fucking have more fucking paths to go on. That'd be like, it's like the bike lane. A channel is like the bike lane. It's the same road, just less of it for safer passage. I think one important thing I learned even before this whole thing, a long time ago, was, you know, sometimes you're just not amongst your audience, so just go away. Unfollowing that poor woman and not subjugating her to my goofy ass thoughts any further is probably the most humane thing I could have done. Like, obviously she's not into whatever I'm doing there, so... Or the little pussy on her channel. $10 says the motherfucker's watching right now, lurking. Get fucked. Oh man. Everybody got quiet. So, you know, if you're not amongst your audience, it's okay to just excuse yourself. Go find your audience. There's nothing wrong with this. I feel a lot of people, like, instead of just leaving, just do things to get themselves kicked out instead. And that's just kind of dumb. Like, no, I'm not leaving, you gotta make me. Like, that's the kind of attitude, you know? Free country, I'll sit where I want. Like Walter in The Big Lebowski. Fuck's sake with the... Like, I'm drinking my coffee. I got buddies who died face down in the muck. For God's sake, Walter, this isn't a fucking First Amendment issue. I mean, it is in a literal sense. This is what happens, Larry. This is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass. Who the fuck is calling me? Should have known. I have therapy in a couple days. It's my reminder call. Very grateful they do that though, because it's like, I don't know, as many things as I can get to tell me that I need to go do something, the better. Where's my money, Lebowski? I say we cut off your Johnson! Stay out of my town, Lebowski. Stay out of my beach town, you deadbeat. Oh man, I had a really bad night and I just hate the fucking Eagles. I can get that. I dig that though, like, you know, there's some nights where you just don't want to deal with that shit. Yo, these fuckers kind of scary. How many assholes we got in this ship anyway? Yo! I knew it, I'm surrounded by assholes. Keep firing, assholes! No, you're confused. The horizon is moving up. Give us the fucking money, Lebowski, or we cut off your Johnson. You want it? Come take it, nihilists. Just give him the money, Walter. No, what's mine is mine. And then he bites off his fucking ear. Oh, that shit's great. And then after he bites off his ear, he punches him in the face while decrying anti-Semite, because they had that whole nihilist Nazi conversation earlier. He was just mixing it up. The Big Lebowski might be one of the best movies of all time, and to say otherwise would be doing a hipster-ass thing. And there's nothing wrong with that, and it's not an insult. It's just a way to identify what's happening. I mean, clearly, if a musician has made money and had tremendous financial success, you can't tell me that they're overrated. Like, they did something right. I mean, you just don't like the fact that they got more attention than whatever dickhead you actually like, you know? And that's a very provincial hipster attitude. I think I'm set to just chat, so I'm not going to bother changing my game definition or anything. Doom. Oh, I like the ultra-violence. Well, come out for a bit of the ultra-violence with the droogs. I don't know, man. Like, I'm not a particular fan of Tammy Wynette is a good example. Very famous country musician. Made a lot of money. But to say she's overrated would just be stupid because she clearly did something right. Like, I don't like her, but I wouldn't call her overrated. Or Dolly Parton. Yeah, I'm sure you know Dolly Parton even over there. Like, you know? Or like Elvis Presley. Like, I don't get the obsession with him. Or the Rolling Stones. Don't understand it. But those fuckers were not overrated by any means. You know, I think I just found the name of my channel. This is not a safe space. That's gonna be the name of my stream from now on. This is not a safe space. You should not come onto my Twitch channel and expect that you are safe from criticism or observation or any of that stuff. No one is safe. No one is innocent. Just get over it. Life goes on whether you like it or not. I think a lot of people don't understand that in the grand scheme of things, like, if we start taking things too seriously, that's when we start killing each other as like a species, you know, like, no, but we just can't have those people over there doing that particular thing, so bomb them. And that's just people taking shit way too fucking seriously. Like, oh, our people need to feel like they're secure in what they're doing for our gross domestic product to go up, so we're gonna fucking, you know, they don't want to live in a world with those people, we're gonna try and get rid of those people and what they're doing and fuck them in those particular spot. Sidewinder missile, you know? So yes, this is not a safe space. As a matter of all facts, let's go ahead and we are going to change this. There. I believe that will forever be the title of my stream. This is not a safe space. I think that's what irritates me the most about this whole concept, is that, like, if I'm being unpleasant, you'll fucking know it. I'm not gonna, like, you know, be unpleasant a little bit. If I'm gonna be unpleasant, it's going to be on purpose, and there's not gonna be any doubt in anybody's mind about what or why I'm doing it. So the concept that, yeah, passive-aggressive is a little pussy term. It's the kind of things women say when they don't want to actually, like, you know, I don't know, make sense. It's very passive-aggressive. No, it's very accurate, and you just don't like it. And that's okay. But you don't have to think that you're special because you got a word for not liking things. It just occurred to me that I'm on ultra violence and I'm just like fucking breezing right through this fucking game. Cutscene simulators? No, you are too a fucking hipster too, Roscoe. And it's okay, I'm a hipster too. It's okay, it's not a fucking insult. Oh, that's beautiful. Cutscene simulator. I wish I remember that. I hope I remember that, because that is a phenomenal observation. What made me laugh the most, I think, though, in that whole thing was the guy was like, I bet you make a lot of friends being passive-aggressive and something else. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Oh, being passive-aggressive and insulting people. And I was like, I don't think you know what the word hipster actually means. I think you just think you're being insulted. So you're acting like I said something insulting. Even stuff that's not cutscenes is cutscenes. You know, though, man, like, honestly, like, that is an art form for a game, really. Like, because... King's Quest, those point-and-click adventures I like to play are basically just, you know, cutscenes. So, I don't know. You might not like it, but it doesn't mean it's not good to somebody, man. That's how I cope with my ex-wife. I might not like her, I might not get along with her, but that doesn't mean she shouldn't be happy, or have a good life, or have a husband that loves her. Just because she's an asshole to me doesn't mean she deserves all, you know, horrible things. So, that's just my take on everything. But now on the flip side of that coin, I'm awesome and I deserve to have a better wife than one that's cheating on me and spreading rumors and lies about me. You know, what's awful is she could have told the truth and it probably would have done more damage than the lies she made up. But she didn't, because she's just as awful as I am. And she didn't want people to realize that. And that's really the saddest part about that whole thing. This is on ultra violence. Gosh. The next step up is Nightmare, and the only thing that makes that different than this is that they respawn. So they would be respawning behind me right now. And when I go back, they would be alive again. There's nothing wrong with being a biker. There's nothing wrong with being a nerd. There's nothing wrong with being a jock. There's nothing wrong with being, you know, queer or bisexual or non-sexual. But to make believe like you're special because of it, there's something wrong with that. There's something wrong if you think you're special because of your religion or your fucking who you like to fuck or how you like to fuck. Like, that doesn't make you special. Go be a good person. That makes you special. Go have a positive impact on the lives of another individual. That makes you special. Like, it cracks me up. My nieces are still, like, you know, they're my great nieces technically, because I'm the youngest of 11 kids. But anyway, my brother's granddaughters, who I like to hang out with, because, you know, they're probably closer to my age than fucking he was. Technically, they are. Wow. Anyway, the one is like obsessed with all these terms for sexuality, like, you know, and using pronouns and stuff. And it's like, yes, I get it. That's cool. But that does not make you special. Just because you like to fuck the way you like to fuck doesn't make you special. It makes you interesting to other people who want to fuck like that. And that's about as far as that ever should get you in life. Yeah, so the only thing that how you like to fuck should influence is who you're fucking, because they like to fuck like that too. That's not why you're great. That's not why you're special. That doesn't make your identity. Like, how you like to fuck is not who you are. Sorry, guys. You are so much more than how you like to fuck, or what you like to fuck, or when you like to fuck. So whether you piss out of your asshole or jerk off to, you know, fucking monkey sex, you're still a human being. You still deserve love. You still deserve happiness. You know, and it's best for everyone if you try and get it without ruining everyone else's time. But even that is subject for debate depending on the gains. I fucking hate Fortnite, dude. We could be special together. My mommy says I'm special. This is goddamn ridiculous. This is on ultra violence, and I'm breezing through it. I think the problem is that, like, people don't really want to understand what it means to be special and unique. They just want it. Those are buzzwords. The fact that I will, you know, defend your right to fuck whoever you want, but I'll call my best friend a fag, is exactly what makes me special. That's what makes me unique. It's all of it. But just because I like a finger in my ass once in a while doesn't make me, you know, bisexual or homosexual or, you know, transsexual or pansexual. It just means I have a prostate and I like it getting rocked once in a while, okay? fucking place. I hate this fucking place. Shit, man, even in ultraviolence, I got a pretty good grasp on this. You know, we're gonna have a handful of guys drop down from the fucking ceiling, like so. What's up? No, man, the lighting in the game is like GZ Doom has its own lighting system. Gives it different ambience. Oh, I fucking hate this spot. I have a 1.9% drop frames, and I have yet to get a single hit on my errors on Streamlabs OBS. So I think it's working pretty good. But it also could be in huge part to the fact that I cut my frames down to half of what they were. So who actually knows, right? Ultraviolence, people. Look at this. Nice. Naps are great. I don't know if you were here or if you were taking a nap, but I decided that the name of my channel should now and forever be This Is Not a Safe Space. So, like, basically for the whole thing. You know what else really grinds my gears? When people say they'll defend my right to free speech. Hey, dickhead, it's my right. It doesn't need defense. It's fucking inalienable. No one can take it away. And I can't waive it. So, go fuck yourself. %, of people who say that shit anyway wouldn't pick up a gun to fucking defend your right to free speech. So what good are they? Fuck! Did I ever finish downloading that game, I wonder? Let's check it out. I don't think I did. Nope. Sure didn't. Okay. What about... What can I play now? What can I play now? So fucking classic. I love this game probably more than anything else. All-time favorite. Grew up playing it. Grew up not knowing how to beat it. Got it when I was a teenager. Still didn't know how to beat it. Figured it out as an adult. Use the guide.
Hey! Hey!
Old fucking wizard Trembile.
Oh. Oh. I sense we're near the lighthouse. Ask that old fool how the road to the south is.
I don't know. Maybe it's just years of nobody giving a fuck about me that made me kind of hard and like, yeah, I don't fucking care about you and your feelings either. Something's definitely wrong with me, and that's okay. I'm very cool with that.
What year is it? Oh yeah, the Great Diffusion was 1247. That was 400 years ago. My birthday's coming up soon.
Well,
Ooh, Miss
you're late.
Papers. Man, I
It's
wish
all
you'd be my
right,
teacher.
but don't let it happen again,
Bend her
or be
over
marked
her
down
desk
on
and
your
just-
permanent record. Tardiness. Good work habits. I like that. First, we're going to have a little pop quiz.
Oh no, not
a test. Uh-oh. Frob day.
I'm so happy to have someone to ask this of. Would you be so kind as to take this book and record what happened to East Shanbar and what caused it? I can't go myself. I have to be here if any of my students come back.
Check this out, Casey. Remember one of that LAN party when I won this? Yeah, it's the Microsoft mouse from that warning when the fucking guards came up like I was gonna get arrested or something to tell me I won the fucking prize.
That guy drinks so much, even his plants are potted. Who are you?
Don't matter.
Want some rye?
Of course you do.
Here's to us.
So the hint there, even his plants are potted, is how you're supposed to find out that you're not supposed to drink. So.
Of course you do. Who's like us? Want some rye?
Of course you do.
Damn you. Want some rye? Of course you do. My keys? Oh, sure, yeah. I'm too dry to drunk. Oh, would you pick up a six-pack while you're out? I'd be much obliged.
There it is. That's my just chat window. I like that. I have to go through these other games when they come up and put them over here.
And they're all dead.
Well, when I'm broadcasting just chat, I guess the game probably isn't the main focus of what they're coming for, so maybe it'd be more appealing if it's my beautiful face.
Want some rye?
Of course you do.
some rye? Of course you do.
Oh, I think the comics and AMA and mental health has been on there for a while, man. But I love comics. You like comics? I got a shitload of comics, actually. And this back here is just my Harley Quinn. That doesn't include all the other ones behind the computers here. Got my Deadpool poster and my box of Harley Quinn comics, and Deadpool and Harley Quinn are my favorites, so... Yeah, I had to quit collecting them a few years back because I don't have money anymore. But while I was collecting them, I got quite a fucking little collection going. So I like it. I haven't bought comics in like 2 years now. But that's the wonderful thing about them, is that they didn't like go bad or anything, so you know.
Huh?
Ooh, yeah, no, it just dropped way down. That I cannot explain easily. Let's look at the traffic. So it looks like oh, the neighbor's streaming a movie, I think. Well, at least now I can identify that. Yep, the Amazon Fire Stick is pretty much dominating my connection for a moment. I think after it gets revved up, it should mellow out. So, we'll see. Yeah, I think it's gonna level out. It seems to be coming back. So yeah, cool. Oof. Got me up to 5.5% frame loss. That's too bad. Oh, and now it jacked way down again. Let's close that connection and see if that helps. That'll probably help out tremendously, actually. Because then there won't be two things. Spike in the network. Let's see, is it gonna level off? Here, let me bring you guys in on the fun. Where are you at? So about a minute ago I closed I keep a window open on my stream so I can monitor what's happening, you know, check the things, and I shut that off, and it's steadily gone down. And so this is when they started streaming upstairs, and then it leveled off, and then it must have had to buffer. So here it is, leveling down and buffering, and then going down. There you go, Dubravko. You can put Niba, since you're always looking for that. Okay, anyway, back to the game. I think I got it. I think I got it leveled out. That, or she just quit streaming upstairs probably because she's like, oh, this is laggy. I think she has cable TV up there because her boyfriend is always watching football games, so they must have cable.
Hold it right there. I got a few questions to ask you. I'm warning you. See if you can figure this out.
Third day of the week is Cruise Day.
Okay. You're alright. So next time, try to use the door. And you don't need to steal anything. I know you're on our side, so I'll let you take whatever you need.
So how you doing there, Radical? Thanks for stopping in, by the way. If you haven't yet, make sure to follow me.
That's no poodle. That's a hellhound. Oh. Go away! I haven't got anything for you! I've only got one milk cow, and she only eats carrots! So just go away! Ah, it's alright.
just take what you need and go away. And you can take that ludicrous box out there, too. I didn't order it, and I didn't want it. The missus didn't order it, and she doesn't want it.
This
And
fucking
the cow
guy.
don't need it either. So just go.
Oh no. Man, I haven't figured out yet why when I leave this fucking place, the whole barn doesn't burn down. That fucking fire's right next to it, on top of a pile of hay. Shit's ridiculous. I'm playing this game for 20 some fucking years, and that's what I think about it. Okay.
Something I for you. I look around, let me know. Name's Mudak. Modakam Mudak. This game, I pull up a chair, I'll teach it to you. It's called Survivor, in honor of Trimble and Canuck, the only two survivors of the Great Diffusion. That happened over 400 years ago. You got 16 squares. I play the wizard, and you can play Canuck. So the wizard has got to move one square straight and one square diagonal in each move. Now you can move diagonal first and then straight after, it doesn't matter. Now the moment the wizard moves off a square, it caves in, forms a pit. Now Canuck can jump to any unoccupied square and force you to move into a pit, and he's won. Now the object is to have all the squares turn into pits, except the one you'll be sitting on. That's the strategy. Give it a try. Watch this. Now you're not as dumb as you look. Now you're not as dumb as you look. I'd be needing to think about that. Oh, you're not as bad as you smell. Uh-huh. Oh, you're not as dumb as you look. 2 out of 3, huh? You know, nobody really takes the time to learn this game. You done good. I'd like to give you something that may help you on your way. It's a real fine sword. A little worse for the wire, but the smithy across the way can shine it up for you. Oh, and here's a token. It might come in handy.
Oh, I love this game. It's, okay, so when I was a kid, I was probably 8 maybe. 8 when this came out, something like that. I don't think I was 10 yet. Anyway, my uncle had a PC, and this is one of the games he had. Because, unbeknownst to me, turns out that fucker was like, probably like a local hacker, because he ran a BBS system, and like, I don't know, he was crazy. Anyway, he had this game, and we would spend hours clicking on everything and dying, and, you know, I got like kinda into the game, but I never figured it out. And then as I got older, I found out, hey man, you can fucking really fucking get into this game. It's fucking fun. I mean, it's probably not so great to watch because I just click through it, like, but this is soothing for me. I love it. Like, this is like, this is old as fuck, man. I don't even know how else to say it. Like, it's just great. It like, it's just, I don't know. I love it. It's one of my favorite things ever. It really is. Like, I spent so many hours learning all this stuff about this game. Like, for instance, in order to learn about what I'm doing right now, which is this whole warming up my hands and, you know, feeding the cow before I milk it so it doesn't kick me out of here. It's just... It's, I don't know. You had to take all these hints. So, like, that dude Pugny was like, oh, I got the one milk cow and she only eats carrots. And then, like, eventually you find out you can put the latch in that silo and turn it clockwise and get carrots to feed the fucking thing. And in order to find out that you can even, like, milk it, like, you know, you have to learn by showing a pic. Oh, yeah, here, I'll show you eventually. We'll go take a picture of this fucker. When you take a picture of the cow and show it to a couple of the people, like, because you can show them pictures while you're doing stuff that like triggers certain events or whatever. Now I should be able to just go 1, 2, 1, 2. Whoop. Okay, now my vision's good. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. Cool. And like the whole time you're in that forest, it's like 3 rings, 3 rings begins, 2 rings returns, or something like that. Like, you know, you gotta find out the hard way by getting stuck on this island that you have to show this guy. Like, there's so many options that you have to go through in this game in order to find out how to beat it. And it's ridiculous, and I think it's great. It's like a brute force hack. This game was a brute force hack. You could study it up, You could learn about it a bit, but at the end of the day, you just had to try a bunch of shit in order to get it to work. And that, I mean, just the creation of the Zork games to begin with. I don't know. I've never really had muscle spasms with my anxiety, but I'm sure that's something that could happen. But yeah, the games are just, they're just awesome. Like, their very creation is awesome. Like, if you ever play the original Zork games, they're like a text-based adventure. Well, fuck it, man. Yeah, I mean, could be. Where's the fucking game at? Oh, it's on the other screen. That's why I'm having trouble finding it. Alright, so we go. Alright, so you want old school, my man? We're gonna do old school. I would really encourage you, man, to just tell them about your anxiety too, man. Check it out. Alright, so this is an old school. This is old school, bro. Zork 1, the Great Underground Empire. Is it getting bad again? It looks pretty steady right now. Of course, I mean, I still have not triggered an error, which is cool, in my opinion. Because at this time of day, now it's dropping again. But at this time of day, usually I get all these errors. So anyway, you're standing in an open field west of a White House with a boarded front door. There's a small mailbox here. Opening the small mailbox reveals a leaflet. Welcome to Zork. Oh shit. I didn't even notice that hand cam was still on. Okay. Zork is a game of adventure, danger, and low cunning. In it, you will explore some of the most amazing territory ever seen by mortals. No computer should be without one. You are behind the White House. A path leads into the forest to the east. In one corner of the house, there is a small window which is slightly ajar. In the kitchen. You are in the kitchen of the White House. A table seems to have used recently for the preparation of food. A passage leads to the west, and a dark staircase can be seen leaping upward. A dark chimney leads down. To the east is a small window which is open. On the table is an elongated brown sack, smelling of hot peppers. There is a bottle sitting on the table. The glass bottle contains a quantity of water. So by going west, we are now in the living room, and you are in the living room. There is a doorway to the east, a wooden door with a strange Gothic lettering to the west, which appears to be nailed shut, a trophy case, and a large oriental rug in the center of the room. Above the trophy case hangs an elvish sword of great antiquity. A battery-powered brass lantern is on the trophy case. So in the attic, the only exit is a stairway leading down. There's a large coil of rope, and on a table is a nasty-looking knife. So over the years of playing this game, or over the time, you find out what you're doing and find out what works. So, like, all this preparation is for me to do this now. Move rug. Open trap door. The rickety staircase descending into darkness. My lamp is turned on. I go down. You are in a dark and damp cellar with a narrow passageway leading north and a crawlway to the south. On the west is the bottom of a steep metal ramp, which is unclimbable. Your sword is glowing with a faint blue. This is a small room with passages to the east and south and a foreboding hole leading west. Bloodstains and deep scratches, perhaps made by an axe, mar the walls. A nasty-looking troll brandishing a bloody axe blocks all passages out of the room. Your sword has begun to glow very brightly. Yes! A fatal blow strikes the troll square in the heart. He dies. Almost as soon as the troll breathes his last breath, a cloud of sinister black fog envelops him, and when the fog lifts, the carcass has disappeared. Your sword is no longer glowing. Okay, we can go east, west, east, east, east. Okay, now we are in the round room. This is an important place. So you find out, like, I mean, it takes forever to find out. You go through all this and get lost. That I was just in a maze. See up there, it says this is a part of a maze. It's twisty little passages all alike. If you go in there, you get lost, like, immediately. And so I've learned not to go in there until I know I'm going in there for a reason. So what I do is I come to the round room so I can use the rope, which I had to grab before I came down. Otherwise I'd be fucking stuck here. So now I can go northeast, I think it is, southeast. Now we go to the dome room. You are at the periphery of a large dome, which forms the ceiling of another room below, protecting you from a precipitous, precipitous drop is a wooden railing which circles the dome. So, tie rope to rail. Down. Okay. Now we can take torch, turn off lamp. Okay, so I think we go south now. And now we're in the temple. And I think we go south again. We're at the altar. When you get to the altar, okay, so we read the book. O ye who go out saying unto each other, Hello, sailor, dost thou know the magnitude of thy sin before the gods? Yea, verily, thou shalt be ground between two stones. Shall the angry gods cast thy body into the whirlpool? Surely thy eye shall be put out with a sharp stick. Even unto the ends of the earth shalt thou wander, and unto the land of the dead shalt thou be sent at least. Surely thou shalt repent of thy cunning. So at the altar we pray. And now we're back in the forest. East, up, take egg, down. It would be like the Zork Bible or whatever. Like it's a Zork. Yeah, it's part of the Zork world. So. So, I don't know. It's fun to me. This is a fucking game, dude. This is a game. Like, I just want to show you the fucking history of Zork. But yeah, there you go. That's what it is. And you can spend fucking days inside there, like, figuring it out. And it's redonkulous. What should I play today? Like, and the Zork anthology is what I was just playing. There's all of them. There's Zork 1, Zork 2. Oh, shit. Here's the other one. Where you at? Boost Mobile, where you at? Here's number 2. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I think I just figured out what I want to do right now. Because this game does not appear in the list. Hang on, I'll fix it quick. This one fucking freaks me out, man.
Depression. The world is black and white to me. Black shadows hover around. You were looking for light. But darkness already has you. All thoughts and feelings are leaving. And your soul engulfs. The emptiness.
Greetings, my friend. I will grant you happiness, glory, and love. You are a god, and you have the power over all things. Enjoy.
Dear friend, you are locked in a space of your fears, which symbolizes this grim house. Overcome them, look for a way out, and step by step, open the doors. You have to go through all of the obstacles and horrors of your soul. Only in this way, you will find happiness and peace. Good luck. Master the navigation skills. Click on the arrow to move to another location. Place the cursor on the highlighted area. Click on it. Click on a piece of paper. Gather the spell and get the key.
Orcatum. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, it's bound with time. Got a U here.
gather the spell and fix the key.
God, just fucking noise in this game. Music and stuff just creeps me out.
This is a horrible labyrinth of hopelessness, but don't fall into despair. Every labyrinth has a way out. Every cube has 3 exits. All of them are marked with the same letters. Find the door with a distinctive letter. I'll give you 10 magical symbols, which will help you navigate in space. Use them cautiously. Keep track of places you have been before. Don't panic. I'll always be standing by if you need me.
You know what? I should see if I have. Hopefully that doesn't kill the stream for me to do that. It scared the shit out of me too, bud. I'm in the process of getting a funny, cheeky game that's kind of like this. That might be good for chat. It's called Stanley Parable. You ever heard of it? Stanley Parable. The Stanley Parable. Let me see how far it is. It says 20 minutes, so you'll find out in 20 minutes, bro. I don't have a single warning for this entire 2 hours. I mean, it's lost some frames, but it hasn't given me an actual error. So that's pretty cool.
Don't follow the shadow. Resist it. The desire to do evil is too strong in you. But remember, darkness flees from light. I will give you the spirit of light. This will happen. Chase the shadow and drive her into a dead end. Only there you can destroy her and find a way out of this nightmare. Use the sphere of light to make the shadow move in a desired direction. The map of the maze will help you. Tell you what, I'm going to expedite this process. The stream's gonna tank for a minute, sorry.
Stanley Parable is on its way, much faster. When are you gonna accept my fucking update, man? Whoa, whoa, whoa. All of a sudden my shit's... Oh, there it goes. Maybe it will download now. Come on, go faster. You can do it. You can do it, buddy. There we go. I can't believe I don't have this installed already, to be quite honest with you. This might be one of the funnest games ever made. Finally got my first warning, and that's because I'm pegging the internet with my download. Four more minutes. Two minutes. Shit.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes. It's been worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all. Just as... Yes, really worth it being here in the room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Ooh, drop frames.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. No! Oh, thank God. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back. Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into... What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway. Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word Escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death. As the machine whirred into motion when Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated, as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
This game is for goddamn ridiculous. Like, you just keep going. You just keep finding shit. You just keep doing more weird things. The narrator just keeps fucking with you. It's just like a back and forth. It's ridiculous. This might be one of the greatest games ever created.
When Stanley came to the lift, he traveled upward to the power source at the top of the facility to end this injustice. Stanley walked through the green door. Now then, this escalator sure will get him right back on track.
Hey, what's up, the lemon penny? Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate you. We are doing a little Stanley Parable tonight. I have done pissed off the narrator, so it's pretty crazy. The narrator and I are in this nice little back and forth, and currently he's pretending to be a woman, and I'm kind of stumbling around this area, so it's this whole thing. So, thanks for stopping in. Really appreciate you guys. And if you've never played Stanley Parable, it is available on Steam, and it is fucking fantastic. It's like, it's another brute force hack game. Like, if you, like, fancy yourself to be a hacker, this is the game for you. I have done a bunch of stuff, and I will continue to do all kinds of crazy shit, I'm sure. The first thing I do is I don't go where he tells me to, obviously. I've just sort of been wandering around lost for quite some time now. And I have no idea what's going to trigger him to come back and start the game up. What the fuck? So 427. Oh, just different versions of My Office. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I have never gotten this one. Oh my goodness. That's awesome.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference.
Maybe
when
I have
Stanley
gotten
came
this
to a
one.
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Really baked when I did it. And fuck you.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see, there's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park.
I think this is the Minecraft one, I think.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect.
No, let's
Let
do
me
it.
boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. It becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes.
Oh, this game is fantastic, Casey. I can't believe you've never played it. You need to buy it. I think it's probably like $10.
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off... Yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But
how many hours did these guys have to spend doing this, man? It's ridiculous. I love it.
Step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Isn't it perfect?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Wait,
no,
that's it. We
really?
must rebuild it out of diamond.
Yes.
Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining. Oh, my. It looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light? Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Couldn't save this one. Okay, new game. Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box.
Looks like I've got some frame loss.
Listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is. It's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte. Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser.
Yeah, it looks like I'm going to just have some frame droppage right now. Oh, maybe somebody's out playing video games in the shop. Well, hey, it was a fun experiment. It went pretty well up until very recently when somebody else is probably pegging the network, so... Alright, sayonara.